I have an S corp. I'm a member in an LLC. You're a member, not a shareholder, in more than one. And what else? What was I think? And also a nonprofit. I started a nonprofit over at the university, and probably about 11 years ago, and I'm kind of the old man there to give the voice of reason, and so that's been helping young men at the University of Minnesota for the last 11 years. So, so I also have a nonprofit to add to that, I guess. Oh, and then the other is a public benefit corporation. MinFarm is a PBC, public benefit corporation, a lot like L3C, or as they say, they have B Corps, so similar to that. So, so I guess, is that 4 or 5 different corporations that I have, and hopefully be able to put together a co-op here soon.
Well, I'd like to make comments about, if I may. Anybody else want to jump in there and say something relevant to that?
I was just going to say he was up to 5 there. So there were 5 of those groups.
So, triple bottom line. Economically viable, environmentally sound, socially responsible. Social responsibility is a really important issue. And one of the problems with the modern corporation, and as an organizational psychologist, I spent 35 years working in modern corporations. Everything from GM to banks but the bottom line is that in the corporation, although there are exceptions, the rule is the management strategy is called search for the guilty. Some people make all the money and the other people make whatever is left. And there's no equity in the pay scale. The management tries to get as much as they possibly can. The relationship between management and labor, except in unusual cases, is adversarial. And so the cooperative came out of the labor movement. It came out of a want to have a more equitable distribution of work and a more equitable distribution of labor. And it's been enshrined now in the tax structure. And there are other forms of that, as you were just saying, Dave. One of them is the employee ownership, the subchapter S ESOP, which is very interesting for funding reasons. One of the, as you guys will know better than I, most likely, one of the most difficult things to do is to fund a cooperative, because investors don't want to invest in a cooperative because they can't get 10 to 15 times their return within 5 years or whatever. So it's problematic, and I'm hoping that I'm going to learn something about the modern incarnation or the recent incarnation of the cooperative that will make me a fan. The idea of everybody owning the same equity in a business, but the jobs being different. In other words, if the janitor and the CEO both own 100 shares, the janitor still makes $30,000 a year, and the CEO still makes 180, or 200, or whatever it is. The job of the janitor is not to tell the CEO what to do because he's an owner. However, the janitor can, when in his committee and with the stockholders, can tell the CEO what to do. Mainly, what they do is change CEOs, and that depends on what I was saying earlier about governance models. So I'm not going to run on any more than that. I'm very interested in this discussion. I have some slides I didn't think about bringing in, but maybe another time. Thanks.